Now, you might know it as downtown Disney, but we know it as our own backyard. I'm Lindsay Bryan, and you are on the spot. X-Girl straddles another hot engine that flies up to 75 miles per hour. April Wilson talks racing on the water with the jet ski champ. Plus, talk about icing on the spot's already sweet cake. We've got girls, girls, girls. From the Sports Illustrated swimsuit model search lassies to the 2005 Hooters calendar cover model. We're uncovering the beautiful people in bikinis on the spot. But first, they're the size of newborn elephants and gentle as itty-bitty babies. They're Florida's aquatic joys, and tonight the spot's taking a dip in their water. Darn cold out here today. This is probably the coldest day in Florida that I've ever come across. Yet we're going to jump in the water from manatees. That's right. We're searching for the 2,000-pound jowlish sea cows that dwell during the winters in the clear waters of Crystal River. Sure, Tampa doesn't dip into the 40-degree digits very often, but when it does, it's all the more fun and, frigid to brave these chilly conditions and seek out these large, lethargic, fleshy balls of blubber. No one better to do this with than someone who's had 12 years of coming eyeball to eyeball with these underwater mammals, and that's Adventure Outfitters' Leon Watts. In this area, how many manatees are there, do you think?
Probably 300 or so. It's about the largest manatee sanctuary in the world.
Why is that?
It's a great habitat for them. They come in here and they eat the seagrass all winter long.
Now, you might have heard that manatees are endangered. There's only about 2,000 of these creatures left in the world.
We're kind of moving in on their territory. I mean, you see the seawalls and everything here. Anytime there's seawalls, that cuts down on seagrasses. So it's loss of habitat for the most part. And we're running over them pretty frequently with boats.
And watch out for the marked-off manatee sanctuaries. One flipper over that line, and you'll be writing a check for 500 fat ones.
It's kind of our responsibility to watch out for them. They can't do it themselves. They're slow-moving. They're at our mercy.
What's it like being in the water with a 2,000-pound manatee?
Pretty calm. Pretty calm. They just don't move fast, and everything's kind of in slow motion. It's amazing.
Any things I should not do to the manatees?
Don't chase them if they try to swim away from you. Don't poke, prod, or annoy.
So let's strap on our snorkel gear and hit the H2O. No hypothermia here, though. The water's a nice 72 degrees. Oh, and there's always that self-induced wetsuit warmer to keep you comfy. He told me to pee in the wetsuit. It's his wetsuit. Whoa.
They can move faster than us. They have little bursts of speed. If they want to encounter you, they will. They'll swim right up to you.
The manatees, how would you describe what they feel like when you're touching them in the water?
Big, coarse sponges. They kind of a mossy feeling on them.
They make a noise, too, don't they, under the water?
Kind of a high-pitched squeak, usually when they're startled.
Now, how long can they stay under the water before they have to come up for air?
Several minutes. If they're moving, less time. They like having their belly scratched, so when you scratch it, you scratch under their little fins here, the little flipper, they'll kind of roll over. So you get 2,000 pounds of animal roll over so you can scratch its belly. The best part about bringing people out here is the reaction that you get. It hits anybody. I don't care who you are, how tough you are. If you come out here and get in the water with them and interact with them, you're hooked.
Now that's what I call a swim with the manatees. Now, for some reason, that kind of reminds me of X-Girl April Wilson. But better yet,